and here we were on episode 3. Now instantly, you may notice something. I installed shaders. So recently I got a new PC and, well, I just had to install shaders and it looks beautiful. It's one of the best things my eyes have ever seen and I was so happy and extremely more motivated to play some Minecraft. So we started episode 3 off by building the second level of our villager base. You may remember from episode 2, we kind of started it. You didn't actually see me building it because the footage corrupted. But thankfully this time, no footage corrupted and, well, all the building will be in this episode. So we started by basically doing the exact same thing that we did on the first floor and we just applied it to the second floor. But to make it easier, we made a floor for the second floor first. Anyway, as we were getting through that, it was taking us a while and it was also using a lot of wood. Let me tell you, this whole build, I think probably has about a couple hundred logs of wood, maybe a couple hundred stone bricks, maybe more than that even. It's a very costly build. For only episode 3, we're using a lot of materials, so I think this build maybe took us about 20 to 30 days of Minecraft. And if you don't know, we have a goal, we want to beat the Ender Dragon in 100 days. Anyway, I quickly turned off shaders and turned it back on and you can see the difference. I mean, the world looks majestic like this. I'd say if you have the chance, definitely turn on shaders. If it drops your FPS down, that's fine, it's beautiful. Anyway, we mined up some melons as we needed a little bit of money because, well, who doesn't like money? I mean, money is amazing. And in this world, money buys me tools and armor. And that is pretty awesome. So yeah, we traded with the villagers and then there was a creeper outside our door. I didn't know what to do. So I quickly equipped my sword, tried to go kill it, and well, yeah. It got me to half a heart. I had no idea why I did that. I have no idea why a creeper was just standing outside the house, but it's all good. Patched up the hole. And then I went to go enchant some armor. And wow, prot 4 unbreaking 3, that is awesome. Honestly, all we really need is mending, and like, that's a pretty good helmet if you ask me. More filling in the floor, more doing the walls. This was getting pretty tiresome at this point, I won't lie. But hey, I mean, look at the progress. It looks pretty good so far. I'm quite happy with what we've got. I was worried it was just gonna look like a block, but it's looking good. And at this point, I try to do a time lapse. I just installed the replay mod. I'm not quite sure how it works. And as you can see, I didn't realize I had to move it. So it's just a time lapse in the same spot, which it's okay. It still looks alright. And let me tell you, by next episode, we're going to have the replay mod figured out and we're going to get some sick time lapse. Alright? Anyway, time lapse over, and this was the third floor done. Now, I think I'm gonna actually live in this top floor because originally this base was gonna be only for villagers, but there's gonna be about like 8 rooms in this house, or base, whatever I'm gonna call it. I don't think we need 8 rooms for villagers. I mean, I might only need 2, and I'll use the other rooms for storage, or, you know, my living quarters, anything like that. So we started putting in the roof. Let me tell you, I do not enjoy building roofs at all. But hey, it turned out alright. We had to chop down a lot more trees, as you can see. Pretty satisfying time lapse, to be honest. I've been using these mega spruce trees. If you don't know about them, you guys have to get them. Like, they are amazing. We finished up doing the top part of the roof. I kind of wanted to make it rise a little bit in the middle. Hopefully it doesn't look too pointy. Hopefully it looks alright. But yeah, more wood. We then ran over to our little forest and shaved off these trees because I want to put some oak leaves around the side of the build, as I thought that would add a little bit of detail. And I think adding lots of detail to this will make it awesome. Which is why I then kind of upgraded the main entrance a little bit, placed the leaves around the side. Also made a lot of trapdoors. And we made a lot of stone walls, as I think those will just make the base look a lot cooler. And yeah, at this point it was looking quite cool. We added some lanterns. Oh yeah, and let me tell you, we spent about a stack of iron on just lanterns, which is why next episode I definitely want to build an iron farm. I'm gonna need one of those so badly. So we spent the next day just adding more trapdoors, really awkward positioning to place these trapdoors, but it's honestly coming together a lot better than I thought it would. I did have a little bit of inspiration from this build. I found a picture off Google, but I kind of followed the basics for it and then just went ahead and did my own thing, and it's turning out really, really awesome. We then spent the next day filling in the holes in the roofs, as obviously we don't really want holes in, and we started adding in a glass kind of wall for the top roof. I don't know, I think it looks quite cool. Let me know if you guys obviously have anything that you should recommend me for this build. I'm open to suggestions, anything to make this build look a lot cooler, as this build was not meant to be this big. Okay, it was not meant to be this massive, but hey, now it's like the main thing in my village, my area, whatever you want to call it. It is massive, and as we were clearing out this hole, we cleared it out quite nice thanks to efficiency 4 on the shovel, and we started to put this granite kind of floor along with some like black stone or whatever that stuff's called. It looks quite cool, I think. We had a lot to use, so thought may as well put it to good use, as I didn't want to make another floor made out of wood. And then this happened. Yeah, I was not paying attention. I was just moving back and forth, and I fell down a hole. I actually thought I was gonna die, so I just, for some reason, didn't try to place water down. I just accepted my fate, but yeah, we got out alright. A creeper almost blew us up. Not very good. We were getting shot by a skeleton at the same time, but thankfully the creeper killed it. Cheers, lad. And we made it out alright. Put some lanterns down everywhere, as some skeletons and zombies were spawning in before, so you don't really want zombies spawning in your villager base. Okay, that's, in case you're not very good with Minecraft, it's not a very good idea. Anyway, I then had to stare at this Enderman, as with the shader pack, his eyes look so cool. Killed him with ease, obviously. I'm an amazing player. Not really, I'm quite awful, but that doesn't matter. Moving on, we then kind of started looking at what we were going to do with the second floor, as this was going to be where we had the Librarians on one side, and maybe the armorers and the toolsmiths on the other. We started designing a kind of like hallway. I've never actually been good with hallways. I was literally thinking of just blocking this off with wood, but that was boring, so I decided to use a couple different blocks, kind of make like an arched hallway, get some stripped wood, some oak wood, and it actually turned out looking quite nice, to be honest. It's a bit narrow, but that's fine. And then once we finished that, we began designing the actual library, as I didn't want to just put some beds and lecterns. No. Here, we do things a bit differently, alright? Everything needs to have a design. I mean, you kind of saw with my cow farm, my sheep farm. I want my world looking pretty, alright? I'm not very good at combat in this game, but I'm alright at building. So we got building the bedroom. I mean, that's a bit basic. We kind of blocked it off though. We had to kill some cows so we could get some leather, so we can make some books, to make bookshelves, to make lecterns. Yeah, it's a bit confusing, but honestly, it's gonna be worth it. We have big plans for the library here. We're gonna hopefully have about 10 villagers in there at some point, and we'll have a villager for like mending, efficiency, unbreaking, sharpness, all this kind of good stuff. I then moved my enchantment table out from behind my house and put it in the library, as I thought it kind of works well. I went to go enchant something, but I realized I didn't have anything, and instead put sugarcane in there for some reason. We then started building a little storage so that we could store our paper, leather, beds, anything we really needed in here, so we don't have to make a trip back all the time. And again, can't just leave chests floating, so we kind of did a little design. I mean, it's not really anything too crazy, but it looks alright. Once we finished that, however, it was time to get the villagers in the library. And there were 2 stuck here under my bridge, so I tried to get them in the boat. And well, they both went in the boat, and this was the start of an annoying process. So we had to break the boat, get one of them kind of out. He didn't want to go up, so he went upstairs, became a fisherman. We broke our door, broke the fence, got him in the minecart. Eventually, he kind of ran away at some point, but we got him back in. And eventually we pushed him up the rails and he was home. It was a bit annoying, took us about 5 minutes, but it's alright. And there he was, our first librarian. We got the other one. This one was basically the same process, but I thought I'd just cut it out. And yeah, that was the start of our 2 librarians. We checked their trades, absolutely awful. I mean, there was no reason why I shouldn't have killed them right then and there, but I kept them alive for a little longer. We started putting lectins down to try and get something good, and on the first one, we got sharpness 5. Now this was cool, but I was actually contemplating whether or not I wanted to keep him. Eventually I thought I may as well, as there will probably be people screaming at me if I didn't keep it. Sharpness 5 is OP, but I already had sharpness 4. I didn't see the problem with that. Anyway, we then spent a few minutes trying to get the next librarian to get a decent trade, and eventually we found Silk Touch. And at first I didn't really think much of it, but then I remembered my axe needs Silk Touch to mine up the melons. And let me tell you, if we can get Silk Touch on our axe and start mining up melons, we are going to make so much money. So we went over, bought the book, and then ran back to our house to apply Silk Touch. Had to enchant an axe first, and actually got some awesome enchantments. And then yeah, enchanted the axe. Eventually we did call it the Melon Miner 3000, but for some reason that footage wasn't there. And we mined all the melons. And let me tell you, this took us about 2 to 3 minutes, but in the end I think we had about 5 or 6 stacks of melons, which is awesome. I mean, that is amazing. As you can see, we just finished up there, and yeah, about 5.5 stacks, which is, I don't know how many emeralds, but we managed to trade about half of them now, and we got about a stack and a bit of emeralds, which is awesome. I mean, that's perfect. We also got some levels, which is really cool. With all our emeralds, we actually bought some leggings from our armor, and then we headed down into our skeleton farm, which I don't think I've showed you guys this yet, but it's just a skeleton spawner that we turned into a farm. It's not the best, but it does the job for now until we can make an Enderman farm, but that's going to take a while. So yeah, this will do the job for now, get us the levels we need for enchanting, and yeah. Anyway, that's going to bring the episode to an end, and yeah, I think it's been an awesome episode. I'm really happy with how the build turned out. I mean, you can see at night, it just looks awesome from afar. There's a zombie on my roof. Why? Anyway, once again, I just want to say another huge thank you. I know I said it at the end of the last episode, but seriously, you guys, I did not expect my channel to be doing so well. I think we're currently on like 20 subscribers. That is awesome to me. Yeah, if you guys could subscribe, that would mean the world to me. I think like 95% of my viewers aren't subscribed. If you guys enjoy the content, please feel free to subscribe. It's free. It helps me out more than you think. And yeah, I finished up the day by doing a little bit of trading, breeding the farmers, as we need more farmers for our melons. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed so much. I am having so much fun making these videos, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.